Good evening. This is Ned Oshiro. This is part of a series, ongoing series, to keep you updated on what's happening around in Japan, especially regarding those foreign workers who came to Japan under mainly about under three programs. One is economic partnership agreement, which was which was signed between excuse me, which is signed between Japan and the Philippines and several other countries in Southeast Asia. The second program is so-called uh, technical internship training program. And thirdly is a specified skill visa, which was enacted in April 2019. So those three the programs sponsored by Japanese government have allowed the those foreign workers to come and work in Japan. First of all, let me start with this vaccination, the COVID-19 vaccination shots. That is, Japan finally started the administering or giving the vaccination shots against this COVID-19 just yesterday. Actually, it's vaccination from the sent from the Pfizer company has arrived in Japan last Friday. So they started this giving shots to more than or about 20,000 so-called frontline workers, such as doctors and nurses, who are considered vulnerable to this COVID-19 mainly because they have been treating COVID-19 patients. Now, Japan is far behind many other foreign countries, especially in terms of this vaccination rollout, mainly because the Japanese people have a very low confidence in this vaccination. This is partly because the vaccine side effects uh, have been played up by the major mass media here in Japan. And the first batch of the Pfizer vaccine arrived Japan last Friday, which is enough to cover those special essential medical workers. This will be followed by 3.7 million other type of health workers who will begin inoculations in March. Now, only after these essential workers will be about 36 million people aged 65 and above will begin receiving this vaccination in April this year. Now, these elderly people will be followed by people with underlying health condition or health issues and caregivers at nursing homes and other facilities. And these elderly people will be followed by people with underlying, oh, I'm sorry, I'm saying the same thing again. According to the Japanese, this government vaccination plan, the general population is set to receive this vaccination jabs in July this year. Any foreign nationalities or nationals register with the local municipality will start receiving this vaccination uh, after receiving what they call vaccination tickets. The tickets will allow them to make a reservation at the the vaccination center in their regions. So although it's a little trouble, you have to make the reservation by calling up or the emailing using your computer or contacting directly vaccination center. So if you have trouble in speaking Japanese, then I advise that you ask your friends or somebody who can speak English or even Japanese, make a reservation for you. The expats and foreign residents in Japan who are registered with the local municipality residents are eligible for this COVID-19 vaccination as well. Now, foreign residents aged 65 and older will be on the same priority list as their Japanese counterparts and should start receiving this vaccination tickets from mid-March. Now, once received, as I said, you need to make a reservation by yourself. And only things that they have provided assistance regarding this, vaccination the reservation is that there will be some people who can speak English, Japanese, and Koreans will be deployed at these vaccination center. So if you can read or if you can speak one of these languages, 3 languages, then you may call into directly to this COVID-19 the vaccination center by yourself. And just trying to give you some the scan view, the bird's eye perspective. According to Japanese Immigration Office, as of January 29, 2021, this year, more than 35,000 foreign technical interns are set to return their respective home countries after they finished 3 to 5 year employment contract with the Japanese employers, but mainly due to fact that this outbreak of this COVID-19, they were forced to stay in Japan, and besides, the home countries themselves also enforced the ban on the entry into their countries from outside their country. So as of December 11, 2020, total 3,557 foreign technical interns are laid off because of this COVID-19, or because the companies they used to work for went bankrupt or went out of business. So out of these, the laid off people, 3,042 people got reemployed, rehired. They are hired by other Japanese firms. Plus, 411 returned to their home countries, and the remaining 104 people are now currently receiving some sort of assistance from the Japanese government, the employees, regarding this transfer to other Japanese firms for continuous employment. Now, if you're laid off or have been informed not to come to work anymore by your Japanese employers, what I would suggest is to contact your local municipality government for assistance. As I said, all the people who have been suffering and because of this, they have been laid off or what, you just directly contact this, Japanese local municipality, center or government for assistance. Now, finally, this vaccination shots will be given free of charge. You don't have to pay anything, not even single yen. So don't be withered by someone who approaching you and telling you that I'll provide you with this vaccination shot in exchange for some sort of money. No, those people probably the con man. So be careful. Be alert and don't get into this scam. And after vaccination shot is given, you're asked to remain wherever you are for at least 30 to 45 minutes because of this observation, whether you would suffer from allergic reactions following this vaccination shots. That's about it for today's cover, and perhaps that when I have a chance, and if any new additional information valuable for you, I'll make another, the announcement or cover up. I mean, take up. Thank you. Bye now.